French chef Patrick Chabert's culinary career was almost obligatory. First, he was born in the same town as the Epicurean Brillat-Savarin. Also, his family was in the restaurant business, and finally, in the U.S., he works at the peerless Le Français. He offers his version of Floating Island.
All right, so I'm going to make a floating island. So the first thing I'm going to do is butter my mold, okay? So you make sure that the mold are buttered all over, okay? You don't forget any spot because later you could have problem when you unmold your floating island, all right? So the butter has to be soft, not melted, but soft. Okay, so it's a way to do it. You put granny sugar in the first mold. You go around. And there's another way to go faster actually, which is to do this one. You go from a mold. And the last one. All right. Now very quickly, I'm going to sprinkle my raspberry with some granulated sugar and marinate those raspberry with a little bit of raspberry liquor, okay? And now I'm going to start the meringue, okay?
Egg whites at room temperature are beaten to the soft peak stage. Sugar is added, and they are beaten finely to the stiff peak stage.
I'm going to add my raspberries, fold it quickly. Fill up my foam mold, making sure that the meringue cover up the bottom, because when you flip over after, it has to be very smooth and straight in order to put your garnish, your raspberry. My water bath on the stove. The water has to be hot. It doesn't have to boil. The oven being at 300 degrees, if the water is cold, the water won't have time to warm up. Right? And make sure the oven is no more than 300 degrees because the meringue would cook too fast. Takes about 15 minutes. Okay, so I would say every so often rotate the water bath in the oven to make sure that the meringue cook evenly. Okay, now I'm going to work on the crème anglaise, okay?
As with any anglaise, hot milk with the seeds of a vanilla bean is used, but in this case, it's infused with mint. Also, egg yolks whisked with sugar.
Okay, when the milk is hot, put a small amount and very quickly you mix. And now you put back the cream inside of the milk and you cook slowly. If you major meat, it's fine. If you cook too fast, you could ending up by having, I told you, scrambled eggs.
After cooking, the mixture is strained into an ice bath.
Before it's cold, I'm going to add a little bit more of mint. Okay? If it's cold, the mint is not going to infuse. If I do that, it's because when you add egg yolk, you lose a little bit of the taste. And now you mix. Just to bring the temperature down, you put your milk in contact and flip it over, all right? And as you can see the syrups coming out on the side. You unmold very carefully. And here you have your floating island.
Fresh raspberries are placed on top.
It's a floating island, right? So you need to put something around. Okay? Going to make some that here. Drizzle some top. Just choose nice mint leaves and stick it right in the middle. And here you have a floating island.